we want to talk about journeying. And journeying for some people it's not a difficult concept to understand, but many people think that they do a journey and then that assists them here, and then that problem might be solved, or a journey is the thing. But for us, journeying is the thing. And if we look at the idea of journeying as a tree, so the tree starts off as a seed. The seed is planted, and if it's given the right environment and nourishment and so on, it can grow. Just like when you are journeying, if you have a problem or something that you want to work on, it could be one small thing which is part of a larger thing. It could be something that you feel is standalone. It could be you see it as your lifelong work. But whatever happens, that journey about whatever it is needs to start with a seed that is planted and then nourished. Now, what we would call the seed that is planted is the intention. We would say that the intention that you have on that very first journey, when you are, especially if you thinking of it as your life work, or you have a series of experiences that you want to understand, the intention of the very first journey, that's the seed. And the seed will germinate if it is nourished, if it is, watered, if it is given the right environment. So the journey that you do, your first journey with your intention, which is the seed, it's really important that that is not forced, that it is allowed to flow, and it is not directed in a particular way. So why are we telling it to you like this? Because we come back to the intention. The intention needs to be developed, it needs to be honed, but it needs to absolutely be your intention. It cannot be something that is given to you by somebody else who knows a little bit about you, or who thinks they know a little bit about you, or a lot about you. It needs to really resonate with you. Now, when we say that it can't be given to you by somebody, of course it can be given to you by somebody, but it needs to resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, if it doesn't really feel like this is mine, I own this, then the seed will not germinate correctly. What does that mean? If you see a tree where, it might have shallow roots, and it's meant to have deep roots, or it grows in a way that is not natural to it. It generally would grow straight up, and this one is growing all over the place. Perhaps it has some disease before it even really starts to take hold. This is the type of thing. If the intention, the seed, is not yours and is not really speaking to you and resonating with you, it might germinate, but what is it going to germinate? So it's very important that that first journey that you do has an intention that is yours, that really resonates with you and is completely meaningful to you. Now, initially we said not given to you by others, but we have corrected ourselves. It can be given to you, but because sometimes you need help, you need it to be honed, but it needs to resonate with you. As the tree grows, it comes out of the ground, it breaks the ground, and the shoot comes up, and it meets the sun and the elements. And depending on when, the type of tree it is, and when it was planted, and the environment it is opening itself out into, again, will determine how well the tree can grow. And again, we come back to the journeying. Some people have, they see an issue in their life, or they see a problem, and they want to work on it. They want to fix it. They want to deal with it. They want it to happen now, and they're just sick of it. And so they may have done other work. They may not have done other work. Journeying is an interesting way to work on your problems or work on things that you want to change, because it can be quite subtle, can be quite dramatic, but it can also be quite gentle. If you are pushing your journey work or your healing work, if you are not allowing processing to occur, so let's say that you have a journey and you had some wonderful things, and then you go to somebody else and somebody else and somebody else, and all of these different things, different modalities, and they're all piling in on top of the journey, the work that happened in the journey, and you haven't actually allowed that to process. Then you are bringing your problem, your issue, whatever it is you're working, into an environment that isn't ready, isn't right for it, isn't the right climate, isn't the right temperature, isn't the right amount of water, whatever, however you want to look at it, because there is too many things going on, too much is happening to it. There are too many demands on it, on the tree, on the journey, on the processing, so it can't actually do its work. So when the tree first shoots up, it needs to have the right environment for it to flourish in. It's the same thing with the journey. When you first start and you have your intention, and then you have your journey, and things happen, and things that the shoot comes through the earth, and you are seeing the earth in a different way, you're experiencing it differently. It's very important that what comes out is going to be treated with love and respect, and really honored and kept, in a safe place, in an environment where it can thrive. And then the tree itself starts to grow, and you have shoots, the leaves, and you have branches coming out. It starts to grow up. It might fruit, it might flower, it might go through seasons where you have, it is a deciduous tree, and so the leaves die and it's bare, and then it comes back again. And this is exactly what happens when you are journeying. You will have these moments where you are growing and strong, and there are branches coming out everywhere. There's new thoughts, new adventures, new ways of being, and then it flowers, and it's a beautiful time for you, and everything is wonderful. And then all of the leaves start to die, the flowers fall off, the leaves fall off, and there is the bare tree. This is the most difficult time for most people, because it looks like all of the work that they've done up to this part, all of that hard work with their journeying, with their processing, with their understanding, their thinking, their nourishing, their trying, their changing, and so on. It looks like it was a complete waste of time, and nothing has changed, because they are now in a time where things are bare, things are barren, things are not what they were, and it feels like everything is going backwards. This is the time when it's really important to keep going. It's really important to accept that there are going to be, in any growth, any journey, there is going to be times when things do look dire, when they don't seem to be the best that they could be, or that they are anywhere near where they were. These times are incredibly important, because just like the tree, it is like hibernation. So you have sloughed off all of those things that you held dear, the flowers, the leaves, all of that. You sloughed all of that off, and you are bare. And this is an opportunity for brighter colors, more flowers, fruit, bigger leaves, stronger tree. And this period of hibernation and this period of reassessing really cements and solidifies all of the work that's gone on before, so that when you come out of the winter, when you allow yourself to flourish again, as we said, the leaves are bigger and greener, the flowers are, the colors are bolder, the fruit is sweeter, the tree is bigger. And this process can happen time and time again. And the thing with journeying is knowing that there is a rhythm. There is a rhythm of coming in and hibernating, growing, coming out and seeming to flourish and thrive, and then going back into this hibernation period, this feeling of perhaps loss, and you keep moving. And this is important because there is not one step, or there is not, just one movement to a healing or to a development. If you just want to develop to A or to B, from A to B, and you want to stay at B, journeying is not really the right thing for you, because journeying says to you, let's go to B, and when we have done and experienced all we can in B, C is beckoning. So we must move to C, and so on and so on. So that space in between is like the hibernation and then the growth, and then we are at C. And then once we have been in C and we have seen everything that there is to see and experienced that, and we have made our energetic movements, and we have made our developments, and we have, taken ourselves and made ourselves different or moved to another state of being, it is only natural that we want to keep going. So journeying is really like this, really like a tree. Starts off with the seed, germinating the seed and growing into the right environment, and then developing and then dying off, and then developing and slowing down, and then developing and going through a winter, and it goes on and on and on. So if you are in a situation where you are journeying and you are feeling that there are these ups and downs, just think of it like the tree. And trees are designed to live for a really long time. And they are designed to continue to grow. There is no stopping point with a tree. It just keeps growing. It might not keep growing up, but it will keep fruiting. It will keep flowering. It will keep producing leaves. It will keep doing that. There is no time limit, if you like. Of course, most trees do come to a period of time when they can no longer sustain themselves. But they have been through a lot. They have developed, and they have grown, and they have seen. They have journeyed fully in their life. And the human has that ability, has that freedom, and that gift to do that as well. Thank you.